It's been a tumultuous year for investors, but it's been even more so for those with a stake in crypto. The price of Ethereum, along with that of other cryptocurrencies, is collapsing, which is creating widespread anxiety among cryptocurrency traders. Despite the recent drop in the price of Ethereum, it remains in a delicate situation, which suggests that a continuation of the downward trend is likely. After Ethereum makes a higher high from a macro perspective, the case for a bullish trend will once again be viable to be considered. Increasing competition has lately restricted the upside of the Ethereum blockchain. Yet, user share supremacy and additional cycle improvements allow for substantial upside. The essential upside has been restrained lately, but how far can it be contained? Will it continue to sink as it is? Well, today's video will reveal what the coin has in store for us. But before we continue, kindly subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to keep up with our newest videos. Without further ado, let's get started. After a rise of 579% since the beginning of the year, the price of Ethereum reached a new all-time high of $4,868 on November 10, 2021. This remarkable climb was met with two significant sell-offs. The first collapse drove ETH down by 55% and established a swing low at $2,160. The second crash dropped ETH down by 30%. The value of the smart contract dropped by 52% during the second leg, which hit a new low point of $1,700. This development since the all-time high is a clear sign of a downward trend with distinguishing between lower highs and lower lows, which has been occurring since the all-time high. As a result of the fact that this pattern is observable for a longer time frame, it suggests that ETH and bigger crypto markets are now experiencing a bear market. The price of Ethereum is now reversing direction after encountering resistance at 1,730 support floor, which also happens to be the high volume node of the 2021 volume profile. While there is now a break in the selling activity, the failure to achieve a higher high might further cause another drop, which could shatter the 1,730 barrier if it occurs soon enough. In such a scenario, the price of Ethereum may fall below the next stable barrier, which is $1,260. This price would coincide with 2021's second high volume node. This is the second most critical level that has the potential to act as a possible reversal zone and can cause an uptrend to begin. There is a possibility of an upswing from this level. Nevertheless, what lies below this level is incredibly important and is the optimal zone for dollar cost averaging or purchasing ETH on the spot market. Assuming that sellers are successful in breaking the 1,260 barrier, the volume profile for 2020 and 2021 reveals that there is a vast gap ranging from $911 to $595. This gap has been given the name the void. The pricing inefficiency, also known as the fair value gap, may reach a maximum of $661 and can be seen within this region. Therefore, the point where all these values converge, which is about $661, is where long-term investors might buy ETH without doing any research. This is due to the very minimal likelihood of a sell-off occurring near the levels that were suggested. The net unrealized profit-loss statistic is one of the factors that is contributing to the recent downward movement in the price of Ethereum. This index may be thought of as the difference between holders of ETH who have a relative unrealized profit and holders of ETH who have a relative unrealized loss. This measure may also be seen as the difference between the actual market capitalization and the realized market capitalization. This is still another way of putting it into perspective. To calculate the relative unrealized profit or loss, take note of the difference between the unrealized spent transaction output, UTXO, and the value of the assets based on the current price level. This gives you the relative unrealized profit or loss. According to what can be seen in the chart, the point at which the NUPL entered into negative territory marked the bottom of each cycle. At the point when the NUPL stood between 0 and -1, the bear markets of 2018 and 2019 had reached their lowest point. At the moment, the price of NUPL for Ethereum is fluctuating at 0.19, which implies that more price action dips are expected soon. The ratio of Ethereum's market value is its realized value, known as the MVRV score, and also gives support to the concept of a more steep correction. This on-chain metric is used to determine whether or not Ethereum's current price exceeds or falls below what is considered to be its fair value. According to an analysis of data from the past, The green band that extends from 0 to minus 0.61 represents the region in which ETH reached a low point in 2016 and the region in which the alternative currency is significantly undervalued or trading at a discounted price. Similarly, the red band extends from 7 to 8.5 in the region in which historical tops are created. This is also the region in which the price of ETH is very inflated or at a premium. Consequently, a move into the green box would be considered a purchase signal, but a move into the red box would be considered a sell signal. The MV/RV score for Ethereum is now floating at 0.19, which indicates that the price of the second largest cryptocurrency should continue to fall before a buy signal can be generated. It is interesting to note that both the on-chain measurements and technical outlook are exactly matched with one another. This indicates that the smart contract token has yet to undergo a more significant adjustment. Despite the exceedingly pessimistic forecast for the price of Ethereum, this makes perfect sense when seen from a macro point of view. In addition, the price of Bitcoin exposes its negative narrative, which is precisely in line with the trajectory of ETH's future. However, if the price of Ethereum generates a 3-day candlestick close than its higher $3,396, it will signal a greater high when viewed from the macroeconomic viewpoint. This move would prove that the bearish thesis is incorrect and point to the prospect of an upswing that might retest levels greater than $4,000 in the future. Investors need to understand and respond to the volatility. If you decide to invest in cryptocurrencies, you should be prepared for the inevitable volatility of the market. Ollie Leach, Learn editor at CoinDesk, a cryptocurrency news source, said volatility might be due to an immature market. Prices may soar as a result of anything from a celebrity tweet to a new government regulation. When it comes to investing in a risky asset like crypto, experts advise avoid putting all your money into it. Keeping your cryptocurrency investments to less than 5% of your whole portfolio is a typical recommendation. Day-to-day fluctuations might be unsettling for inexperienced investors. Humphrey Yang, the personal financial guru at Humphrey Talks, argues that you've invested using a buy and hold approach. You don't have to worry about declines. Do not look at your investments, Yang advises. Keep your distance. What you need to do is to go ahead and do it. In Yang's opinion, if you allow your emotions to get too involved in it, you may sell at the wrong moment or make the incorrect judgment. Many long-term investors follow the conventional advice to set it and forget it. If you're not able to get on board and the sharp drops in price continue to bother you, your cryptocurrency investment may be putting too much at risk. Bonafide Wealth President and CFP Douglas Bonaparte says the most critical thing an investor can do, whether they invest in Bitcoin or equities, is not only to have a strategy in place, but to also have a plan they can stay with. Buy the dip, particularly if you've got a favorite asset, may not necessarily be the ideal strategy right now. That's all for today, guys. Kindly drop a comment in the box below as to what your thought is about the Ethereum price, which is rumored to sink to $600. Also, kindly give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest video. Thanks for watching!